This is a 2021 Toyota Corolla sedan, and it started its life as an SE trim until somebody picked the APEX package on the configurator, making this a real track weapon. No, not at all, actually. But it does get some sporting goods, like sticky Dunlop 225/40/18 tires, 18-inch flow-formed aluminum wheels. It has a sport-tuned exhaust, which is only one though, there's nothing on the other side. It has black badging. It has a black rear spoiler. They've removed the front and rear splash guards because this one gets this very good-looking Apex Edition body kit. Just look at those side skirts, they're fantastic. They've deleted the remote starter, but they have added a beefier front and rear stabilizer bar and performance-tuned coil springs. The result is a very good-looking Corolla, especially in this color. The scheme is amazing with a gloss black and this kind of like bronze lines. It looks really good. I mean, to be honest, I've had people that really complimented the look on this car, and I've had others ask me why I'm wasting my money souping up my Corolla. I get it, to each their own. Every opinion is acceptable. Under the hood, you get a 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine that makes 169 horsepower and 151 pound-feet of torque, and it is mated to a wonderful 6-speed transmission. Zero to 100 kilometers an hour comes in 9.4 seconds, and for a car with 169 horsepower, that feels kind of slow. You see, the problem is this dynamic force engine that Toyota has, their Atkinson cycle engines, they work wonderfully when they're paired with the hybrid Toyota Synergy drive, okay, and the hybrid models, because those powertrains, they fill the lack of torque with the electric torque, and then it all works beautifully. When you leave this motor alone, without the complementary surge of torque from the hybrid systems, it just totally runs out of power. It's like, second gear, 30 kilometers an hour. Any other manual car would be like, row, trying to like rev up. This one, it really has a hard time building up revs. Really. It is very smooth, but because it seems like it's out of breath all the time, my ass dyno would guess much lower numbers than the ones on the spec sheet. I mean, if you start driving it really hard, like drinking its blood, like torturing it, like S&M style, then fine. It can be a little bit fun with the manual, but honestly, you have to have it inside you to just like torturing things, because I don't think it's like enjoying it. So since performance is not that great, the question is it worth giving it a stiff suspension, ruining the nice comfortable ride and the daily driving comfort that comes from a regular SE trim? To be honest, if it had a razor sharp drive, like, super sharp handling even though it doesn't have any power like the GT86 or the BRZ, I would probably be okay with it. But at the age of 40 and feeling this lack of power, I just kind of miss that nice, comfortable ride like the lower trim levels have with the meatier tires and the softer suspension. Really. In the corners, it's definitely more capable. The steering feel is nice. The brakes bite really well. From 100 kilometers an hour, it came to a complete stop in just 40 meters. But with no power on tap, it's only on inertia-driven back roads that you can feel this. And even then, it's not that impressive. No one I know would buy a Corolla and be looking forward to a bumpy ride. You see, in my mind, the Corolla is a very good-looking, perfectly packaged economy sedan or hatch, and it has a very nice interior. It's very well built, and it has impressive ergonomics. It's got a sweet driving position with very comfortable cloth seats, and visibility is great, especially now that the car gets premium features like LED headlights, auto climate control, heated seats, wireless charging, driving assistance with blind spot monitors, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. All this stuff is not budget car anymore. This is like a step up for real. The roominess is crazy good for the size of the car. I can easily sit behind myself with knee room to spare and lots of extra headroom too. 3 people will fit across as the tunnel in the middle is kinda small and the middle seat is not that raised. The trunk is 371 liters and it's on the large side of the category. it will fit lots of stuff. By far though, the best feature of this car is how smooth the engine is and the whole drivetrain when you drive it nicely and gently, and best of all, it returns exceptional fuel economy. I've had my right foot jammed against the floor for the majority of this test, and the car is still only using about 7.5 liters per 100 kilometers on regular gas. That, in my books, makes this very affordable to run, and honestly, that's a very underestimated feature nowadays. So what would I do? Well, I would remove the APEX package, save $4,000 on my Corolla SE. I would possibly get the hatchback, which I find better looking, and call it a day. The Corolla has always been the loyal servant, the car that is the utility car for the city. You just hop into it and go places. You know you're coming back. It's reliable. It's easy to use, nice to live with, cheap to run, cheap to fix. So for all those reasons, I don't think that a track-tuned Corolla without power makes any sense. I mean, if you like the exterior, which I like it a lot, I would possibly think of paying the extra money to get this model just because of the way it looks. However, because of the suspension bumpiness, I mean, the regular Corollas are more comfortable. I will deduct half a point. So overall score for this 2021 Toyota Corolla Sedan Apex Edition is 7.5 out of 10. Now, if you like this video, please remember to share it with your friends, subscribe, and most importantly, till next time, be well. Take care.
Perfect.